in Philly. This works in Philly. We can go to Oakland, LA, Chicago, and actually sit down because we was already going to Oakland, Chicago, New York, all of them doing that in the 60s when really blocks had to hold it down. Guess who was doing all the aggressive shit? Philly. Always. This is why Pennsylvania, this is why Pennsylvania means so much. Everything go through Pennsylvania and Philly.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? Tell them who you are. What?
Aaron Seaver.
That's what's up. That AKA Wood.
Actually, with so many AKAs, I'm my own foundation. That's the foundation. That's the trait. Now we got branches of everything, but OGY definitely is what we working with.
OGY. See
Definitely what we working
but
with.
that's the 501c3 right there, bro. That's the corporation, the company where you like, bro. That's it. I remember that. I almost forgot about that. This is my good brother Wood right here. Me and him went to high school together.
Yes.
Sitting around with my twin brother Biz.
But this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. Hold on, Riz.
Yeah.
This is a king movement. This is for energy that connect, whether it's connected. I'm not with all the politics of all the conscience. I just know we need a conscience to help the capital. Because the blood, sweat, and tears of our capital has no ownership yet. So let's strategize, think tanks, and learn how to connect the dots to bring a puzzle together that says ownership. So in history, 100 years from now, when they look back at us, we didn't just we didn't have a generation of fuck up. Because we know this shit gonna crash. But we won't have no plan for us.
We fall down, but
It won't have no plan for us.
We fall down, but we get up.
And on that note, I want to celebrate and enjoy the energy with my brothers.
Respect.
Yeah, it's so crazy because you mentioned like Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia is actually mentioned in the Bible, so it's like a special center for energy.
Yeah.
You feel me? You spoke about that earlier, like how we need to like
The
build.
force is strong. The energy is strong. Where our habitat is, our environment mean a lot. How our journey came up. We actually had a chance to watch a few things get birthed, hip hop and the internet, through generations, right? All I'm asking our elders is we can't look down or talk down to the generation that's doing whatever they doing, because we kind of raped them through traditionally oppression views through the society we live in. And it's only right because it's conditioned in us. They now, through the drug culture, we have a generation who do not care about authority. At the end of the day, we need that energy to actually take what we need to do with power. But off that, I'm again celebrate the energy with my brothers.
Yeah, I need your energy on this video though. Well, remember we was talking about the traditional things and how like tradition can get you caught up in certain systems. It's like a trap. Like you like you said, you eat the meat but spit out the bones. Speak on that a little bit.
The views of that's again going to our elders, because everything is, you get things and ideologies passed down or not right passed down, because all right, your mama Baptist, that's the religion. She take you to church every Sunday. That's what you learn. That's what you know. And that right next door, the mosque, across the street, Buddha, down the street at the corner. They don't even go to nowhere. The streets raise them. Now, those family values, if that's the energy of the family, keep going generation after generation. You grow up, you have a child, you teach them what your mom teach you, regardless, with no research, because you blinded. You have blind faith that what mom told me is right. Drug culture comes in. We have a gap now, because the parents that have kids have now become addicted, and now the drugs and how the drug game changed the way that the family in the house dictate a kid growing up trying to figure it out itself. Now we come to a situation where kids now growing up with their own ideology, their own ideas. No more tradition. Break tradition. That go two ways. Morally, you lose that. But ideology, it helps because you need to find out truths. Now, you know, there's God body, there's a slew of things of knowledge out there that a man can find out for himself instead of just taking what somebody told him for truth.
Right.
And there goes the internet. Like I said, we've come into another age where you actually can go get information on the internet and find out some things that maybe wasn't in your household or in your environment to do the knowledge. New York has kind of been always advanced because they've been knowledgeable. People been doing mathematics.
Knowledge itself.
Now, you know what I mean? New York is a melting pot, so they kind of been advanced with that early. We in Philly, you know what I'm saying? So, to me, a lot of our upbringing was religion. You know what I mean? A lot of our upbringing was religious based. You was either a Muslim or a Christian or Baptist. We wasn't no gangs, but we definitely knew about the OGs that that had a post not only in the city, man. Not only in the city. That's what I'm saying. Philly history is so rich. Our post been in this country a long time, man, with real ones. With real ones. Our real ones ran around, or went and touched other cities and other places that's supposed to be, you know, holding the code. So, with that being said, that's the kind of fabric we grew up on. And that's the kind of fabric I hold on to because it get lost. A lot of motherfuckers just, excuse me, I don't even want to cuss because I don't need to cuss. You know, we want to keep it all
definitely
respectful. Because respect is actually what's needed to lead your life.
Hang loose.
You know what I mean? But back to what I was saying because I don't want to lose thought. It's we gonna take a break on that. We're gonna take a break.
No doubt. But I appreciate your energy, Wood.
Yeah.
Like real rap. This is a good brother of mine that how long have you known me, Wood?
We met in grade school, and I'm talking about like first, second grade. So we go back that long.
Wow.
Our introduction.
Day
was
ones.
like, our introduction was
Day
like
ones.
first, second grade. I ain't even gonna say sandbox because sandbox got a different. See, to me, sandbox is the niggas that was definitely in the joint playing together, trying to do shit out the joint. You was at the playground. We was doing something totally different early. You know what I mean? I consider you a friend, a brother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All the brothers don't make it out the sandbox. We come from the sandbox. Everybody at the playground. You a friend at the playground. You weren't in the sandbox. You wasn't in the sandbox. I ain't look at you as in the sandbox. And I don't know how they take it because everybody got their own definition. I can only do me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we appreciate you. Like it's so crazy. We was talking earlier, and you was like, "Well, ever since I was a kid, people used to say, well, damn, like Riz is on something different. Like, oh, he's crazy." So, like, before we, sign off this video, I've been crazy for a long time because I've been seeing things and doing things different, huh?
Reword it. Never crazy. Just say different.
Right.
Just say different, man.
Right.
That's like being conditioned into using their verbiage.
Right.
When you're able to critique and articulate your own shit, I don't have to wear your titles. You can't use my past against me. My presence, especially if I got the information now, I'm speaking on my future now. My past is just actually templates I can refer from without the mistake. Because that's the experience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so crazy, folks, because like this man to tell you, I've been like this since day one. He referred earlier as like the Hakeem off the movie Menace to Society. Like,
Right.
hey, Riz was always the guy saying, yo, don't do that, don't do that. Yo, it's a trap. It's this, it's that, and the third. Like, you know, since day one, folks. But peace, love, and light. I just wanted to bring y'all my good brother right here, Wood.
Before you go, I'm going to just say on that Prince Hakeem thing, right? We just talked about that before we got on camera because it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's just like medicine, man. When we sick, our moms knew they couldn't just give us the nasty medicine. They'd put it in some grape juice or cranberry juice to help it go down so it be sweet. And that's what I'm gonna tell all the conscious people, because your knowledge ain't everybody headspace. That's what conscious people need to understand first. You're knowledgeable for a reason. Maybe it's that. Guess what? We dealing with a society that already conditioned to be capitalized. We live in a capitalistic system. So just give it to them so they can digest it. Don't just jam it down. Like nobody want nothing beat upside their head.
Right. All day long. Like you said, you got to add something to it
Can't
sometimes
be
to
a
make.
know-it-all. Because for real, your science, you being conscious, which is science, and them being whatever they is, it's like oil and gas. So instead of making oil and gas, be a little gas ratchet, not ratchet with them, but give it in the format that they'll take it. Because now if they take your conscience with they ratchet, they might be able to elevate still. And it's all about elevation, not erosion.
I'm gonna repeat that. All about elevation and not erosion. Peace, love, and light, folks. Always. And when we all look at this video, you see all the orbs flying around this kitchen. I'm gonna let you know this is the house I grew up in. So this is an energy center. I would call it a haunted home. So understand that, folks. I see the orbs. Trust me. I might even do a secondary orb video after this. Peace, love, and light.